Hello friends, I'm Shivani Singh, a clinical psychologist, and I'm going to explain you the concept of stress. We often hear people say that I am too stressed. Now, what do they mean by this? What actually is stress? Stress is our body's physical, mental, and emotional response to the situations which are threatening, challenging, and demanding. I'll explain you this with some examples. Let us say there is a person who has a phobia of dogs and he comes face to face with a threatening dog on the road. Now, what will he feel? He will feel stress, physical stress. Now, he will actually feel some symptoms. His heartbeat will become fast, his breathing will become very rapid and fast. He may even feel a high blood pressure. Now, his physiology or body is responding like this? To make him alert, to make him act, so that he can either fly away from the situation or fight the dog. This is also called fight or flight mechanism. So actually, stress is not our enemy, it is our friend. It prompts us to act. Similarly, students talk about exam stress. Now, what are exams? Exams is a situation which is demanding. It demands of student to do well, score well. So when a child does demand himself to do well in the exams, he feels stressed. And now, what is the solution? What is the solution of a situation like exam stress? Be well prepared. Prepare well in advance. So, when a child or student is not well prepared, he will actually feel more stressed. Now, again, a child who is stressed well in time will act, will be alert, will get up every day and prepare for his exam, and thus exam stress does even help the student do well. So actually, if you ask yourself, if you are a good student who scores well, you will realize that you have been doing well only because you get plenty of the stress. You get actually the optimum amount of stress which prompts you to do well in the exams. Now, when does stress become a problem? Stress becomes a problem when we are too much exposed to the stresses, or we have a prolonged period of stress. Now, what do I mean by this? There are actually many stresses in our life. Today, our lifestyle is such that the stress has really increased. Why? Because a person has to do multiple things. Now, I'll give you an example again. Let's say a person comes back from an office after spending a very stressful day where there were a lot of demanding situations that he had to face. Now he's back at home. He should be resting, but no, he has to go for another party. Now he is again stressed because he has to look good. He has to again, get attention and stuff. And then once he comes back from the party again after, having a lot of stress there in the party, he comes back home and he has to post the pictures. Now again he has to post the pictures on the Instagram or Facebook, and he will again be stressed because he has not received many likes and comments. So the lifestyle has become such that there are too many stresses, and you can say that there is a permanent exposure to the stresses. So stress is not a problem. Being prolonged, having this prolonged exposure to the stresses, or becoming a chronic stressed person. Now, what do I mean by chronically stressed person? That's somebody who probably enjoys being stressed out all the time now, who is all the time stressed. So this is again a problem. And why do we become chronically stressed people? Because we are in the rat race. We have to look good all the time. We have to perform. We have too many demands upon us. So what is the solution of stress? The solution of stress is a proper lifestyle with enough pauses, with enough breaks. A person has to have very relevant, very realistic goals. So if you are too much demanding, if you demand too much from yourself, you have unrealistic goals, you will be stressed out. If you do not take breaks, if you do not take many pauses, you will be stressed out. So a very peaceful life if we can have a very peaceful stress-free life by having enough stress busters during the entire length of the day. We need to have stress busters in between. So if you like music, listen to music in between. If you like going out for a jog or for a run, do that. If you like to just sit idle and do nothing, do that. Actually, doing nothing is also a very important thing to do. So stress is, again I'm repeating, that stress is not our enemy. Stress is actually our friend. It makes us active, it makes us alert. Just being too much into stress and too much in, like, exposed to the stresses, that is what does the harm to us. So please, we live a stress-free life and just have an optimum amount of stress that keeps you active and alert. Thank you.